Hello and welcome back to Star Salvage. Last time we got our environmental suit and our claim core, and right now we're coming over to this S.O.V. The reason we are coming to the S.O.V. is because this guy, although being small and crappy, has a core that we already claimed for ourselves because it was a public core. We just set it to private and it's ours. The thing is, it's missing a few parts, and because this is the only one we have found so far with a core in it, this makes it preferential for our initial restore, although I don't want to put too much effort into it, because we only have the one claim core. If it's busy running the hover vessel, we're not using it to pull parts out of other ones. So this will be the guy we're going to restore, and to start with that, we're going to start by repairing a few of these blocks, even these ones that are these destroyed blocks, and I'll show you why eventually. We're just going to do it like this for the moment. And I'm only really bothering with repairing the damage because we might run into something out there that decides to take a few pot shots at us. It's not going to help much, but I'd rather, it be able to take a couple of shots than not. Just kind of fall apart as we're driving. So we're just gonna do the little bit of touch-up work on all of these blocks that we can. Oh, right, I can turn my jetpack on now. Oh, this is so much better. Let's restore the cockpit. That's kind of important. Alright, that looks like everything we're going to be able to do immediately. I don't have the parts on me to show you the other bit yet. Oh, the core is damaged. Might want to fix that. Get these little thrusters. So we got some side thrusters. We've, of course, got the single hover engine. Alright. Let's see. We need a fuel tank and a generator. I don't think this is going to have the sizes I want, but we might as well check real quick. Those are thrusters. That's an ammo repository. I'm checking before putting things down. Okay, there's still some thrusters on here that I didn't see in the dark. That's good. That means we'll be able to pull them when we find a better one. Alright, so there's a fuel tank. It looks like it's one of the bigger ones, though. So let's pop down our claim core. And we're gonna retrieve blocks on the fuel tank. Yeah, this is one of the bigger ones. Which I would have preferred one of the small ones for that guy, but... Repository extension. You know, I'm gonna grab a couple of those. Combat steel. Repository extension. Alright. Yeah, there's still a little bit of that stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up our core. I'm only gonna keep the core down when there's items I want to grab. Yeah, see, okay, there's some more thrusters on this guy. I'm not gonna worry about that until we find a bigger one we want to restore. And eventually a lot of these parts will get scrapped down for bits. But, for now, that'll do. Alright, so we got that one part. It's not ideal, but we could use it if we need it. There's another... Lots of junk storage. Wreckage. Yeah, I guess we'll go this way over to this hover vessel over here. See if it has a generator. I would prefer one of the tiny little T1 ones, but I don't know if we're going to manage that. We'll make do with whatever we get at the moment because we're really just restoring that thing to the point that it can move us around faster. I do not like... Those things are coming after me. You guys stay away. Looks like they lost interest. Okay, this is another one of the same one. So it's not gonna have it, because I think this one's gonna be damaged in exactly the same way. Yeah, pretty sure it is. I think I already grabbed stuff out of there. It's got the O2 tanks. We don't necessarily need that yet. Ooh, oh, that's the 2x2 hover engines. I forgot about that. I could have scrapped those down. O2 tank, fuel tank, fuel tank. Yeah. Those are the big fuel tanks as well. So not the ones I would prefer for this particular project. What do we got? Right. We're gonna need to head this way. Go north. That's the junk storage. Junk hover vessel over there. One of these will have a generator. It's not going to be too big a deal. We got our things. We should also be starting to think about some of the, like, level up stuff. I think we'll worry about that a bit more once we're a little more mobile. And then I can start doing things like getting the scrap shotgun, stuff of that nature. Oh, alright. We're really close to that one. Annoying noise. Oh, this is this guy. Does this? I think this has a generator, though, doesn't it? Or maybe not. Does it? Does it? No, it's got a fuel tank. And one of those. Yeah, okay. Not what we need. Not what we need. Let's go to this one. Now, once we've got our first hover vessel restored, it's going to make this so much easier. We'll be able to find one we want to restore proper to use in a slightly longer term fashion. Something that we can put a decent amount of cargo in. And at that point, we'll be fairly golden until we can find ourselves some small vessels to do the same thing with. I think you do end up with a generator in you. You are missing a fuel tank. Yes, you have what's one of the larger ones. Oh, shoot, I forgot to put the claim core. That's going to happen a lot, by the way. Do I forget to put the claim core down? Oh, this is the one by the lakeside. This has 2 generators on it. They're the larger ones again. But beggars can't be choosers at the moment. Gotta remember to put the claim core down. Gotta remember. Yeah, this is this guy. He's got a bunch of thrusters and stuff on him, too. You... Alright, hang on. Let's... turn your power off. Oh, I want that, too. Alright. Let's... grab this generator. Grab the hover vessel tier detector. Do I have the space? Yeah, I should have the space. Hover booster. I'll grab it. Oh, it's got the small fuel tanks, though. I'll do that. We're going to grab the small fuel tank, because that's what I would prefer. I'm not going to be able to do much about the fact that it's the large generator, but let's head back. Alright. Gonna head back. I will meet you over at the POV. Alright. We are almost over to the S.O.V, which I think I called a POV for some reason. We have, of course, the minimal parts we need to repair it, plus a few extra that we may or may not put on it. But definitely not a full restore yet. Alright, so... we're going to start with the little fuel tank. I'm going to go ahead... do I want to put that there? I mean, yes. But also, no, you know what? I'm going to put you there. Yeah, we're going to put you there. We're going to grab our repository extensions. Oh, I could... How are you set up? That's a repository extension. So that's 3 there. So if I go that way with it, I'm going to want a couple more of these, I think. But for now, that'll do. Oh, you know, I could probably... Yeah, 'cause if I can put one more there. Alright, so we're going to stick our generator on. Like so. That's fitting in fairly nice, right? Alright. Now, can we pilot you? You have no fuel, that's why. I need to put fuel in you. You have a tank, but no gas. There we go. Alright, is something wrong device-wise? No, you got plenty of CPU. Let's auto group. I have a left and a right thruster, which you don't really need thrusters when you have hover engines. You seem to think you have 3 hover engines, which really should be enough. The hover engines give a bit of directional thrust. You don't have anything there. You got plenty of power. I don't know where the other 2 hover... Oh, there they are. Okay, they're behind that. You really should work. Well, darn. Alright. That's okay. We can... We're drifting. Alright, let's drift towards that junk hover vessel. Go, go, go. No? Alright. Looks like we might need a couple more parts. So ideally... We're going to need some forward and some rear thrust, it looks like. We're going to need 1 more of these hover engines. We're not going to be able to squeeze all of this in and make it pretty. You are extensions as well? Really? Wow, most of this is extensions. I think we can kind of shove some in there. Okay, okay. I don't know that we're gonna need the, like, medium ones, but I think the medium ones are what's going to be available. At least in the short term. Boop, let's stick you there. Yeah, alright. So we're gonna salvage those. We're gonna retrieve those. That should be enough to get started. Now, I'm gonna let's see, I'm gonna grab, that's carbon composite. That's carbon composite. Alright. So, we're going to take these 2. I'll use this, I suppose. We'll kind of do that. And then this side, we'll do something similar. Now, can you function? Alright, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and make this thing a little more even. Alright, yeah, you don't seem to be having too much trouble moving around now. We have thrust inhibitors. You know what? This is temporary. I'm not gonna make it... I'm not gonna go too overboard with it. However, there is one more thing I really do need. And that is this guy. Boop. Just like that. There we go. Oh, and it's a much bigger range. We can see things much further. Like, we've got that question mark way out there at 1.5 miles. We got question marks over there. Alright, so I'm going to start exploring, see what I can find. Anything I find that is fairly interesting, I will come back for and show you. Oh, yeah, see, that's in underwater. We're not dealing with those yet. Yeah, those 3 are underwater. Which are good ones, but not until I have something capable of storing larger pieces. Alright, I'll be back when I have found something of interest. Alright, something of mild interest. No, not this hover vessel here, but if I inch forward a bit... Interspace Salvage Industries territory. We found a little territory of theirs. If I ping... Look at that. It's their blue color. So there's something over there. I'll come back when I'm approaching that. But I've got a few other things to take a quick peek at that might also prove interesting as well. So, one of those things. Alright. Found something of interest before I made it over there. We just found our first small vessel. Junk Scout Vessel. Now, if I recall correctly... The couple other times I've seen one that's this red color. Oh yeah, look at this. This guy has the Graviton Thrust Drive, which means we don't necessarily have to put thrusters in the side directions, and this already has down and up thrusters. It's got the lift thrusters and the descent thrusters. This... Oh yeah, it's got a couple of Gatling guns. This guy might be pretty decent for getting around in and for making short hops up and down. We would need to futz with the cargo situation a little bit. But we might be able to turn this guy... Ooh, and you have a fridge? You might be able to turn this guy into something we can use. So I'm definitely going to keep track of that one. Also got to be said, the harvester thing here, pretty darn good for taking out swarms of those, robots. Now, I would normally go ahead and cut, but I'm going to head straight over here next. So we're just going to go straight on over... See what we can see here. Oh, it's just a junk cannon. Alright, so sometimes they're cannons like this, other times they are like, trade station settlement type things. What is that over there? Oh, it's another junk storage. Alright, I'll come back when we're over at that junk storage. Alright, after a bit of navigating that at high speed at night, we have found our way to this junk storage, which is obviously one of the ones that is lootable. This is not a good one. But it does have this, so we can just salvage that and get a bunch of scrap. The rest of this stuff, not so much. Ancient statues. Yeah. Not so much. Oh well. We might want to grab the door at some point, but we don't need it right now, not until we're getting ready to do either base or capital ship stuff. Alright, anything else of Old Farm? Oh, and we got some Polaris. Alright, so the Old Farm is interesting. Polaris, however, could cut some corners for us. Depending on what is over there, it is possible that that will have a large constructor that is publicly available. So I'm going to meander that way instead. We are getting low on food, and I only have the one bar on me. Alright, well. Let's, ooh. Oh, it's just those. I think I can... Hang on. I get a little closer. Well, vegetable. That's not what I wanted. Right. We can make an energy bar that way too. Good. One vegetable becomes enough for an energy bar. Now where am I? I am here. Alright. I'm gonna head towards those Polaris markers. I will see you once we are over there. Alright, we have started discovering the buildings. I ran into a field filled with the little protein plants. So our food situation should be a bit more stabilized now. Let's go ahead and just run the scan. Plaza. Interesting, interesting. Okay, it's a sanctuary. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Landing pad, waste processing, power plant, debris field that is owned by Polaris. Oh, okay, those are those guys. Oh, there are these guys, however. Die, spiders! Yes, you are predators. Give me that Polaris faction. Since I'm sure I'm going to lose faction at some point for floating around in this thing in their territory. Where are you? Oh, hello. Ah! Come here, you. There was one more of you. Where'd you go? Aha! There you are. Where are you? Oh, Come here. Ooh. Don't want to accidentally hit the guards with this thing. That would lose me a whole bunch of faction. There we go. Now, I'm not too concerned about taking their meats. I do kind of want to see what's available. Not all of these sanctuaries are the same. You know what, let's just... Can we... Yeah, here we go. Good enough. Alright, all parked up. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at ye old Polaris. Alright, so we've got the standard trade goods guy, which I have some spare parts on me. Oh, he sells spare parts. Never mind. He does not buy spare parts. Oh, he has a... This is not the standard guy. We might want to get an EVA... Oh, he doesn't have any. He wants to buy them. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he sells a bunch of trade goods. He does not buy them. Got it. What about you? You sell EVA boosts. 261. I'm curious. 261. 258. Okay, no. I can't just make money walking stuff across the room. Sometimes that happens. Multi-boost. Bunch of random stuff. What about you, little guy? You have that. 262. So, as you can see, if we get a bunch of stuff we can sell, we can buy, we can do that sort of thing. Typical stuff there, except that, of course, stuff's different. Now, all of these guys around the outside, there might be one that has a medical guy in it, but more often than not, see, that would be the one he would be in. More often than not, there isn't, but there is the outside chance that there is one. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but their medical type stations are available, but the regular medic station isn't. We can't do the O2 thing either. So, yeah, fairly useless unless you have some sort of long-term ailment. Alright, so that's this Polaris station, which is a bit disappointing. It is not anywhere near as good as it could have been. Yeah, let's... Up the slope. Up the slope. There we go. Oh, right, we got this small plaza, too. These usually have a couple of traders. I forgot about that. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like there's one around the other side. He's probably a trade goods guy. Let's go ahead and, come on, exit the ship. Here we go. Trader dealer. Okay. You don't want any of the stuff I already have. You sell a bunch of random goods, though. Yeah, I might get some optronics, but not in the immediate. Ah, well. It was worth a look. It was worth a look. Alright. Anybody else? Let's take a minigun drone. Well, don't go that way. Manipad power plant, waste processing, debris field, power plant, agri station. The agri station might have some stuff we need later. Worker resident. Yeah. Alright. Let's go check out that old farm. And I think that'll end up wrapping things up. I know what I'm going to find there, which might prove useful, but not in the immediate. I'll probably grab it anyway. I'll see you over there. Ooh, or maybe at that.